is the American Forces Vietnam Network. This is AFDN, serving the American fighting man 24 hours a day from the Delta to the DMZ. With transmitters in Quang Tri, Da Nang, Quy Nhon, Pleiku, and Nha Trang. With the key network station in Saigon, Vietnam. Striking a blow at the enemy without endangering yourself is hard to do. There is a way, though. We call it the Chu Hoi program. Every day, thousands of leaflets are dropped along known and suspected enemy trails, urging the enemy soldier to turn himself in. He's promised fair treatment and government protection if he does so. When he turns himself in, he expects you to follow the rules, too.
When is the South Vietnam National Front Liberation, and with their hearts burning with deep hatred for the U.S. aggressor gangsters and the traitorous lackeys, they will continue to take the offensive with consummate daring and fight most valiantly, dealing 100 times or 1,000 times heavier blows at the enemy. That man will win. You can say that the people of the whole world unite. Long live the Wilson Brothers. Long live the militant friendship between the Chinese and Vietnamese people. Long live General Mao Zedong. Long live President Ho Chi Minh.
In Vietnam, the communists planted a mine or a bomb in one of the shipping channels leading into Saigon harbor, ran a wire over the shore, and sat there until an American ship came in and then blew it up. The ship was the Baton Rouge Victory, loaded with military supplies. The blast killed 7 crew members and tore a hole in the side of the ship. The captain used the last bit of power to run the ship towards shallow water near the shore, where it sank up to the deck. They are now unloading the cargo and trying to refloat the ship. The communists on the bank escaped. It was said to be a part of the Viet-Cong terror campaign against Saigon and against next month's election. Chet Huntley is in Vietnam this week, and here's another of his reports. Chet?
Fighting a war like the one the United States has been waging in Vietnam for the past year has been a difficult assignment for the men charged with its management and direction. For it has been as much a political war as a military one. The commanding general of American forces in Vietnam during these crucial months has been General William Westmoreland. To keep himself and his men informed about the constantly changing military and political situations in Vietnam, the general must make frequent trips to the curiously varied elements of his command. On a recent trip, he stopped at the Special Forces camp of Duc Co, only 7 miles from the Cambodian border. I was with him and we talked about the war. General Westmoreland, the North Vietnamese keep talking about a 20-year war. Would it be any comfort to you if we Americans began to think more in terms of, well, a possible 20 years?
Well, indeed, it's difficult to forecast how long the war will last. But I do believe it's important that we gear ourselves for a protracted conflict.
If the war should go on and on, let's say for, well, 20 years, in between now and then, is there some way, do you think, that our side could force the issue, or do we just have to wait on them?
Well, it's difficult to predict the way the war will turn. I think we must be prepared for any eventuality.
In Vietnam, American B-52 bombers have struck twice near Saigon, and U.S. planes have flown 102 more missions over the north. There was almost no ground fighting, but more communist terrorism. A grenade thrown at a jeep near Saigon injured 5 Americans, none seriously, and a guerrilla attack in the Mekong Delta killed a South Vietnamese woman and 6 children.
It isn't easy to throw your weapons aside and willingly put your life in the hands of men whom you've been fighting for years. But that is exactly what the enemy is doing under the Chu Hoi program. This is one of the most important and dramatic programs the South Vietnamese have ever initiated. You, the American fighting man, can help. If the enemy comes to you, don't mistreat him. Show him the respect he deserves. There's a place you...
The confrontation was not created by the police. The confrontation was created by the people who charged the police. Gentlemen, get the thing straight once and for all. The policeman isn't there to create disorder. The policeman is there to preserve disorder.
Serving the American fighting man 24 hours a day